All right, everybody, welcome back in here to a game of Liberty Falls. So it has been, at the time of filming here, just over 2 weeks since the launch of Black Ops 6, and I still get asked all of the time in the comments section, over on the Discord, in the live streams, everywhere, if I am enjoying this Black Ops 6 and round-based zombies. Now, so much of my community is so hell-bent on the open world zombies, and you know, hey, to each their own, and I absolutely get it. I was one of those as well. But I think enough time has passed to let the honeymoon phase start to die out a little bit from this game here. And I know if you've been watching the live streams, you see me get very, very frustrated with this game at times, trying to do certain challenges and everything here inside a game. Now, I got the Rampage Inducer on right now. We are working on the Marine SP shotgun. I'm gonna work toward getting this gold. I need just almost 1100 headshots yet with this weapon in order just to unlock the base camos here for it. So got a lot of headshots to do. Probably won't get them all in this game, but I'm gonna do my best. And we're gonna talk about what is good, what is bad, what I'm still loving about this Black Ops 6 and the round-based zombies, what I'm not liking about round-based zombies. And believe me, there are some negatives, and I do have some negative comments to make about this game as well, and plenty of positive comments as well. So let me go ahead and get through a couple of these rounds here, and then I'm going to turn off the Rampage Inducer and we will get into some action. Hey, real quick, I just want to mention we are live streaming over on Twitch as well as YouTube, so if you would like to follow us, be a part of that growing Twitch community, go ahead. There's a link down in the description below. I would love to see you over there. All right, let's go ahead and hop up on top here and turn off the Rampage Inducer. I think we can go ahead and go without it here for the rest of this match. All right, and that should be off. Now, the first perk I want to get for this Marine SP shotgun is going to be some speed cola, because my gosh, look how slow this thing is to reload. But we'll go ahead and take these vermin out. So 2 weeks in, and I am still thoroughly having a blast playing Black Ops 6 Zombies. I truly am. I'm not saying that to sell you on videos or anything. This is my genuine, I'm having a blast playing this game. One thing that I truly love about video games is I like there to be a challenge. I like things to be hard. You won't see me be the person that is constantly online trying to find the best way to, to do the Easter egg boss fight and to beat it super easy and all those things, because I don't want it to be easy. I want the challenges to be difficult. I want to try to do the most difficult challenges in the game naturally without exploiting the game or without doing any glitches. And this game offers a tremendous amount of super difficult challenges for you to try to complete here. There is a whole list of Black Ops challenges, and I'll try to link that video right here in a card, because I made a video about all of the Dark Ops challenges that come here with Black Ops 6, and some of them are very difficult to do. We've been able to accomplish a few of them to date, and I plan on trying to do as many of those as possible. And I'm going to do it without exploiting the game and without taking advantage of certain things, and trying to do them as naturally as possible while playing the game. I'm also really enjoying the camo grind here in Black Ops 6 as well. I think it is probably one of the best, most straightforward camo grinds that we have had in a very long time in Call of Duty. It's not overly, I don't know what the word I want to use is, but whenever you got to do all those crazy challenges that change the way you play the game, those are the ones that I don't like. I don't enjoy. I don't have fun doing those types of challenges. And while there are a few of those here in Black Ops 6, there are not that many, because you just have the base 2000 headshots with every one of the weapons, and then you got a couple of special challenges which might require you to do some things that you might not want to do inside a game, but for the most part it's kept to a minimum. Let's go on this way. I think we're gonna go ahead and I was going to upgrade the gun to green, but I think we're going to wait, because we will get a free blue tool here on round 10. If you didn't know, I say it in most every video, round 10 at the church, just throw a grenade up here and I'll show you how it's done. And you get a free blue ether tool from that, but I think we can pack a punch in the meantime. And we're just a little bit short. We're about 500 essence short here of being able to pack a punch. So we'll kill just a couple of more zombies here. Make sure we're getting those critical shots. There we go. And maybe 2 more, and that should be there. 1, and oh, we're out of ammo. We need 10 more essence. 10 more essence, and goodbye, sir. Okay, that'll be enough to pack a punch. So let's go ahead and head on into the church and get this bad boy pack a punch. And I'm gonna melee this thing because I would like to keep this blueprint on here because I think it looks super sweet. So we'll go ahead and melee that. And you can turn that off in the options, which is something that I absolutely love. That is a feature that I was begging for with Modern Warfare Zombies that they didn't give us, is the ability to turn off the pack-a-punch camos straight from the menu before you even hop into game. That is something that really would have been great, especially in MWZ, as you always had to go way out of your way just to get to a pack-a-punch machine in order to keep your camos. It would have been so much better served in that game, but I will definitely take it here in Black Ops 6. And yeah, we're gonna need to get speed cola really soon here. Actually, I think we're gonna go ahead and do that now because that is probably the most crucial perk to use in this Marine MP shotgun. Is the reload is just so incredibly slow here. So let's go ahead and get that slapped on here. Now you can melee it and then interact with it, and that will also skip it, as well as just diving to the bottom of the perk machine will also cut that animation out for you. Now, how convenient is this? I only ever see these things drop randomly at times when I don't need them, when I already have a self-revive. How convenient. Let's go ahead and grab some Juggernog, and there is the second way that you can skip the animation. Just dive down at the base of the machine. Let's get through round 9 here real quick, and then once round 10 gets here, we will get our free blue ether tool, and we get that by throwing this grenade right up there toward that skull. Blow that bad boy up and just watch these bad boys fall from the ground. Be careful not to get hit by them. They will damage you, not very severely. It's not super dangerous. It's not going to kill you. Just be careful. If you're already low health from fighting some zombies, well, then you know it might kill you. Look at that, a chopper gunner. What a drop that is. Let's go. Let's keep picking up all this essence, and eventually one of these guys is going to drop us a blue ether tool as all these vermin come on into the map here. And I only have 2 shots left on this shotgun. There's our blue tool right there. Beautiful. So I guess I'm gonna have to buy ammo because I'm not gonna make it through this round with just 2 shots. So even though we're gonna get a max armor at the end of this, I don't have another weapon at the moment. Actually, what I should have done is I want to get Deadshot. I should have gone and purchased the sniper rifle off of the wall. That's Dennis Riffle. He's the church groundskeeper. Good guy. Just unfortunate what happened to him here in this map. So I would say after the 2 weeks, Liberty Falls this is a fantastic map. And everybody was hating on this map before the launch of the game. Like, everybody was hating on this. This doesn't feel zombies, this, that, all these things. But I gotta say, I am loving this map. Go ahead and try to get all of these things here so we can get our free Deadshot. 1 more to do. There we go. And that is our free Deadshot daiquiri. Beautifully done, Coal Whip. You are the man. All right, let's finish off these vermin. Now, I would make the suggestion to do it a little bit differently than I did here. I would say make sure you get the Deadshot first on this map. And the reason being, otherwise you can't get it back without doing the Easter egg again until round 25 when the perk machine shows up on the map on top of the bank, the Wonder Fizz machine. So, you know, maybe if you make it your first perk, if you go down, you're not going to lose it. I'm just camo grinding in this game, so it's a little bit more casual and laid back for me. But that's going to bring me into the kind of the next point that I wanted to talk. Like, there's so many different ways you can play this game. You can just play a casual, laid back game, which we're kind of playing now, do a little bit of camo grinding. You could go in and you could try to speed run the Easter eggs, which I gotta say is a ton of fun. It is quite the difficult challenge as well. To try to speed run these things and get your best times on completing everything. Like, it is not an easy task, and it is a lot of fun. Challenges like that are a ton of fun, and you gotta get your dopamine hit somehow, right? Like in MWZ, we got our dopamine hit by opening up reward crates and getting legendary ether tools and flawless crystals and all those sorts of things. But the challenge of the game wasn't really there. There wasn't a whole lot of challenge to MWZ. The fun that was being had was basically just in the rewards that you got from contracts. I mean, we completed the same contracts over and over and over again for an entire year in MWZ, but yet it didn't get super stale quite as fast as you would think that it might, and that was because of the whole reward system. Now, of course, we do not have that here in Black Ops 6 Zombies, so we have to find other ways to get that dopamine hit. Okay, well, I'm back in the game. So, funny story here. I just had to do a little bit of save and quit action. My cat had a kitten. She had some, like, it looked like red paste all over her body, and Courtney comes in and she's like, what is all over the cat? And it's in my living room and this and this. And I'm like, I don't know. So I go up to the attic, which is where the cat was, right? The cat's up in the attic, and I go up there, and because my youngest daughter, it was telling me she thinks she killed a rat, right? And I'm like, oh my, maybe that's what all the, maybe that red whatever's on her is actually blood. She killed a rat or something. So I go up and I'm like, oh man, yeah, she's got a rat. She's sitting in a blanket up there, and she, it looks like she's got a dead rat in there. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, where did she get a rat from, right? And then on closer inspection, I'm just noticing, she's licking this dead rat. And I'm like, what the hell is she doing? And I get a little bit of a closer look. It is indeed not a dead rat, but hey, it is a kitten, and we had no idea she was pregnant. We could have made an entire TV series on her. I didn't know my cat was pregnant. No clue whatsoever that this cat was even pregnant. But yeah, it's definitely an ancestral cat because, the only other cat here is her brother. So, I am born and raised in West Virginia, so, it is what it is, I guess. But yeah, so we got a cat. But I believe where I left off was talking about the dopamine hit that we got in MWZ and trying to compare that with how to get that dopamine hit in Black Ops 6 Zombies. Now, I do that a number of different ways. Like I said, I have mentioned already that I do that through speedrunning. And just the challenge behind it, the failing over and over and over. You continue to fail and you're not doing this right and you're not doing that right. You make this mistake and all that. It just makes that reward all that much sweeter in the end. And that gives you one of the most ultimate dopamine hits. And that is something that can continue throughout the life cycle of this game. And I get it that speedrunning might not be for everybody. Like, it might not be your thing. It might not be what you want to do and what you want to enjoy. But that is definitely one way that you could really get that dopamine hit here in Black Ops 6. Because once you beat your best time on something, oh my gosh, it's incredible. It's an incredible feeling. So that is definitely one way that you could go about making sure that you're having a lot of fun and getting that nice hit of dopamine here when you're playing Black Ops 6. Another way that you can kind of get this is through high round play. And again, I know this also isn't for everybody either. It is a lot of work to go high rounds here in Black Ops 6 Zombies. It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of strategy, and quite frankly, it can be a little bit boring at times. That's a word that I kind of want to use cautiously, because am I bored with it? No. Do I enjoy going the high rounds? Yes. The strategies, however, you're pretty much locked in to doing one strategy. Now, I'm not going to take credit for what I'm about to say here by any means at all. I was talking with Donuts over on one of my live streams here recently, and he mentioned the fact, because the weapons, I was talking about how the weapons just don't do much after like round 40. Like, it's just tough getting things done with the weapons. And Donuts had pointed out that he doesn't think it's the gun damage being the problem. He is along the lines that it is the armored zombies, and the amount of damage that we deal to armored zombies is just not quite enough. And that's kind of throwing the balance of the game off a little bit. And after he pointed this out, and you kind of start to pay attention to it in the high rounds, I can 100% see where this man is coming from, because I do think that that is what is throwing off the high rounds as well. Like, I am in agreement with him. After talking with him a little bit about it, he threw out some numbers to me about, look at that, another self-revive kit. You've got to be kidding me. That's 2 of them in this game. But he did throw out some numbers that were quite shocking. I'm not going to give those to you. That's all for him to do. That's his testing and his stuff. But honestly, the numbers that he told me, and I got no reason to not believe these numbers, were absolutely shocking. Just how little damage that we do against armored zombies. And once you get into the high rounds, all of the zombies are all armored zombies to begin with, and they're all super sprinters and super sprinted armored and heavy armored zombies, and they take a lot to kill. They take a lot to take out of the game, and that throws off the balance when you're going for high rounds. So I know a lot of people are kind of not into going to high rounds just for that reason alone, but I do think some balancing changes are going to come along here in season 1 that will definitely make these a little bit more friendly here when you're going for the high rounds, and make them a little bit more fun and give you more than just one strategy to go for. I just want that salvage without that nuke. There we go. Let's take care of this little mini abomination here. Maybe one more shot. I have an ether shroud available. I'm gonna have to use it. There we go, and he is dead. And he dropped me a green loot key. And loot keys here bring me to another thing that I wanted to talk about here with Black Ops 6. There are various different ways that you can get things to level up your weapons a lot faster. You can get flawless crystals, and you can get legendary ether tools, and you can get all of these things. You can get them through SAM trials. You can get them through the keys into the church. You can get them through all sorts of different ways. I'm going to go ahead and throw on some napalm burst as well as an epic tool here, and we also have enough here that we can go PackAPunch too, so we're going to go ahead and do that. But if you're taking advantage of the keys in the armory, like the keys here in the bank vault on Liberty Falls and the armory over on Terminus, and you're taking advantage of the SAM trials, you got a really good chance of getting yourself some tools and some crystals and things like that that you can use to level everything up a little bit faster for yourself in game. And that is very similar to what we had over in Modern Warfare Zombies. Now, of course, you can't stow them away and take them out with you, which is unfortunate. But on Liberty Falls here, that bank vault, those will stay there for the duration of the game. So if you get a legendary ether tool that maybe you don't want to need right now, that will be there for you for the entire game, unless you save and quit, and then it will reset the vault. I might as well just pick up this key. I'm not building the wonder weapon this game, but it's kind of bothering me just sitting on the ground there. So if you want to get like a second or a third weapon up to legendary later on in the game, then you can more so definitely do it. You can even throw it on your knife, on your melee, and work on getting that thing all leveled up, and work on the camos in the background when you find those things. So those are some other cool ways that you can play this game as well. And of course, don't forget about all of the side quests. You can go bowling here. Gives you some great rewards here in Liberty Falls. So there's one of the pair of bowling shoes right there. There is another pair in this house right over here under that chair. There is a pair next door to the radio house in Frank's Hardware, just sitting on this shelf right over here somewhere. There they are. There is another pair right there on the counter, right underneath the spawn. And the final pair of bowling shoes is right here across from the bowling alley on top of the casket here in the funeral home. And once you hit them all, it's going to teleport you into the bowling alley. Well, maybe not actually. I've had this happen to me once or twice here and there where it doesn't actually take me in. Maybe I can't go in during a vermin round. That could be a thing. So I guess we'll go ahead and finish off the vermin round here and see if then it'll teleport us in. If not, a save and quit usually fixes that problem, and then you'll be able to go in and go bowling. Let's buy a 2-plate vest here while we're standing next to it. All right, will it take me bowling now? Yeah, there it is. So you can't go during a vermin round. So there you go. But once you get all 5 of the shoes, as long as it's not a vermin round, you're going to come on into Liberty Lanes. And this is one of the most fun things. There's a Black Ops challenge here that if you score more than 300, you get a calling card for it. I was able to achieve that on stream a couple of days ago, which is awesome. But yeah, let's do a little bit of bowling here. Now, one thing I've learned, you want to charge it all the way up if you can and throw the ball a little bit more of an angle. That was interesting. I've never actually seen it fly through the air like that before. There we go. We got a couple of them there. But you want to maximize. Oh, we completely whiffed. But the more charged up the bowling ball, the more zombies that it's going to take out when you're throwing it down the lane. Let's see if we can keep it charged right here. Oh my gosh, we split them. We split them. Oh yeah, there we go. There we go. That's quite a few. All right, we're up to 90. See if we can get okay, we got a couple there. It's usually about 10 points per zombie here when you're throwing them down the lane, but you got plenty of time to get to the 300. It really isn't that difficult. You just gotta that's why I went flying in the air, because we hit the gutter. All right, well, we're not having a very good bowling round here, but I think right about now. Oh my gosh, we only got one. The timing is everything, but it's a ton of fun. It's a nice little side quest that you can hop in and do and chill out for just a minute or two. There we go. A couple more of them. We're up to 150. A couple of them that time. Oh no, give me my bowling ball. You got to be on the right side. You got to be on the same side as the bowling ball itself. There we go. A little 7-10 split with those guys. Oh, that was decent. That was decent. All right, we're up to 210. We're down to 15 seconds. Yeah, we're not going to hit the 300 this time. But we are going to get a decent reward out of this anyway. We can maybe throw one more ball down the lane. And there we go. And that will do it. And then you visit the Mr. Peaks right here. And he's going to give you a nice reward out of this. And you can go bowling, I think up to like 5 times, I want to say. I think that might be the case. But let's go ahead and see what they gave us here in the trophy. And look at that. We got a mutant injection and a ray gun. I'm going to go ahead and take that. And we'll leave the chopper gunner there, and eventually it's just going to take us right out. We can't shoot any of these zombies. We can just vibe with them for a second, and then we're out. But those side quests are awesome, and they keep the gameplay fresh. Now, after a round or two has passed, you'll be able to come into the bowling alley, and right in here, you'll see another pair of bowling shoes that sit on that commode right there. And that will teleport you back into bowling from there. But these side quests are an amazing way for you to continue to have fun and enjoy yourself here game after game. Make every game completely unique. One of my biggest concerns coming into round-based zombies was the gameplay not feeling unique. That every game was just going to feel the same because it's all just round-based. But I gotta say, that's also what MWZ was. Every game kind of felt the same there as well. You came into every game with a legendary tool and a flawless crystal and your scorcher and all of your things, doing all of the stuff. But every game was still relatively the same. You would go to one of 3 different dark ethers at the end, and that would be that. So as far as a gameplay loop for MWZ, the only thing that was really keeping you interested was getting those reward rifts. And there are a lot of different ways here in Black Ops 6 to continue to have fun and make each game a little bit different. I'm gonna grab some PhD slider here because I want to fly around this map. I'm also gonna grab the stamina up from the machine right here. There we go. And now I got all the super speed in the world, baby. I love it. I love the PhD slider here. I've got a video coming out on all the PhD augments here shortly as well, so keep an eye out on the channel for that. And this right here in the bowling alley is not a bad little training spot. You just get them all encircled in through here. Now getting headshots with this Marine SP is a little bit challenging. Let's see how we're doing against this Mangler right here. Oh, look at that. We 2-shotted that Mangler. A 2-shot on that Mangler. That is incredible. Round 19, so not doing too bad, and we're epic and double PackAPunched. Of course, Zombies always has its good shotguns. Now, I would definitely say the ASG shotgun is way better than this Marine. But you know, to each their own. Maybe you like this style of shotgun just a little bit better, and it's definitely still good. And we got a Gobble Gum, and that brings me to the next thing that I am still just loving about this game so much, and that is the Gobble Gums. And I fear that especially those coming from MWZ are going to kind of do what we did then, and that was just hoard things in our stash. Now, you don't have any limit to the amount of Gobble Gums that you can store up, but they are made to be used. They are made to be used, and quite frankly, you should use them. Yeah, there's no reason to steal them. You earn them absolutely free. Exactly how you earn them, I don't fully know. I don't think anybody really knows exactly how the Gobble Gums are earned here in game, whether it's time-based, XP-based. It seems to be kind of random. It might just be a certain percentage chance after every single round played. That would be probably something that I would say is relatively likely. And then maybe it's like a 10% chance. I would say it's probably around a 10% chance that at the end of every round that you'll earn a Gobble Gum. And then how many Gobble Gums you earn doesn't seem to be correlated to anything either. You can earn up to 3 Gobble Gums on every spin that you get. But using those Gobble Gums in game to give yourself awesome power-ups, you can use Gobble Gums that let you buy a wall weapon completely pack-a-punched. So you can set a zombie build for one of your favorite weapons, and as long as it's a wall buy in the game, you can go ahead and go to the Gobble Gum machine, get yourself a wall power right off the start of the game, head on over to the wall buy where your favorite weapon is that's going to have your favorite zombie build on it, and bam, you're pack-a-punched to start the game. You can get Gobble Gums that will give you legendary right off the rip. You can have Gobble Gums that give you perkaholics right off the rip of the game. So those are concepts that are very familiar to us from Modern Warfare Zombies, and there are still some similar style mechanics here in Black Ops 6 that you can definitely take advantage of to boost up your gameplay experience. Now, as far as difficulty is concerned, of course, it is considerably more punishing in Black Ops 6 here to go down and to get yourself in trouble. As we speak right now, we go ahead and we go down to a mangler cannon, and that unfortunately happens when you're not paying attention and you're just kind of talking. But even if I wasn't, you know, it happens from time to time and you go down from it. Let's go ahead and purchase a quick revive here, and we got the Dying Wish augment on there, which basically gives you a free down. So we'll take advantage of that and save our essence to try to get ourselves to legendary, which we have enough to do. We just got to get ourselves over to that arsenal machine and make ourselves legendary on our weapon, which is a great thing that I also love, is that we can upgrade all of the rarities here in the game, and that's awesome. You couldn't do that. Look at that, a legendary key as well. I'll pick that up even though I don't have the safe unlocked, and probably won't unlock it this game since this is just more of a casual camo grind style match. But I'm going to work my way back up toward the PackAPunch because we are going to triple pack this bad boy here really soon. And we're going to start talking about the negatives that I do have here with Black Ops 6 and round-based zombies as a whole. All right, there we go. We got enough to go ahead and triple pack this bad boy. I also had another little boo-boo there, and I lost my quick revive. So we're going to have to be ultra careful now, because I don't have enough to buy another self-revive just yet. We need 1,500 salvage in order to purchase ourselves a self-revive. So as soon as we get there, we'll go ahead and buy that just for some peace of mind here. This is not a terrible training spot. It's definitely not my favorite. I know that there are a lot out there on YouTube that love training up here. Not really my thing. Not my favorite place to be. But, oh my gosh, we are just demolishing manglers and abominations with this shotgun right now, which is... Okay, so the weirdest thing just happened. I killed this mega abomination, and it just spawned me in on Terminus Island here in round 1 again. What a weird glitch that we had there. But let me tell you this right now, if you made it to this part of the video, you are an absolute OG of the channel, and I love you so much. And I want you to comment down below a name for the new kitten, because it's going to need a name. And I'm curious what some of you all might come up with. If somebody comes up with something good, I might just pick that. So yeah, comment a name for the brand new kitten. So far, there's only one kitten, but I guess time will tell. We might need more than one name. So leave those names down below for me. Yeah, I think it's time we go ahead and we talk about the negatives that I have with this game right now. And the biggest one for me, and I would say it's probably the biggest one for a lot of you out there as well, is the high round balance. And we've talked a little bit about this in the video already. The balance in the high rounds just really isn't there. There's not a whole lot of damage done by the weapons, which is really frustrating. We talked about how we think that might be related to the amount of armored zombies and us just not dealing enough damage to armored zombies. But high round balance needs to be changed a little bit. I am okay with the mangler spam on the high rounds as long as my gun can deal with everything else going on the map, and that I actually have a chance to just use some strategy and fight through rounds with my guns without having to rely on mutant injections and chopper gunners to get me through each and every round in the game in order to get to round 100. I still have not got my first round 100 yet, and I am new to round-based zombies like many of you. And when I got my first round 50, that was super exciting. I think my top now is around 64, round 65. So we're making some progress toward there, and I can much more consistently make it into the 40s and the 50s now. When I first started playing this game, I was struggling to get through the 20s. So the more you play a game, the easier it's going to get, of course, but the high round balance is a problem, and it is something that is going to need to be addressed by Treyarch in order to make the game a lot more fun for a lot longer. They raised the round cap all the way to 999, but if the last 950 of those rounds are just you trying to use nothing but score streaks in order to get through the rounds because of the way the balance is, then it's not really going to be all that much fun to reach those super high rounds. And then one would think that this is a Call of Duty video and I'm talking about negatives, that I would talk about how bad the servers are here in this game being always online, which we were all very concerned about at the start of this game. But I'm going to tell you right now, I have had only one server crash and only 2 game crashes since the launch of this game. So my game has crashed twice. My server has crashed once. And what was awesome is when the server did crash, it automatically created a save file and I was able to hop right back into the game. So that was absolutely amazing and a huge W. So thank you, Treyarch, for that. That was absolutely amazing. Much appreciated. And I'm going to be real honest. I think that pretty much sums up my negative list. I would have really thought that I would have more negatives on my list by this point in time. I am on 3rd prestige in this game. I've got plenty of time played, and I was expecting that I would have a lot more negatives to report. But I don't. Like, this is all I have to report. That's all I really care about at the time being. We are going to have a brand new map here coming out at the Season 1 Reloaded. We got a ton of changes coming to the game here. We got new perks and new ammo mods and things coming with Season 1. I really think that this game is going to be very well supported throughout this entire year. I know Treyarch is super excited about having the round-based zombies back, even though a lot of you are not. At least as things stand right now, I am a massive fan of this game. I am having an absolute blast. Maybe I'm still a little bit in the honeymoon phase, and I get that. I am starting to see some flaws here and there, but they're very minor flaws that really are relatively meaningless to me overall. The amount of fun that I have been having from game to game is incredible, and quite frankly, completely shocks even myself that I'm having as much fun with round-based zombies as I am. I wasn't expecting to have this much fun when this game launched. I truly wasn't, but here we are. We're having the fun. Slap this PackAPunch machine. Keep this awesome little blueprint that this thing has, and just take out these zombies here real quick. And if you want to see how some of the coolest augments in this game work, go ahead and check out this video here, and I'll see you in the next one.